Oh no, brown cow.
Right now?
I think it's working.
Yeah?
And it's red in the corner.
Good, Sophia? All right, what is up, everybody? Hope we're all doing well. We are here with my good friend Adam, aka Omnivorous Adam.
Hola.
First YouTube live in quite a long time. I'm excited to be here. How you doing, Adam?
Me too. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna cook some crabolas, some soft crabolas for a couple of soft guys. Sweet soft guys.
First time doing the soft shell crab in my department. You recently posted a video of them. They look amazing.
They're fun, they're tasty.
All right, let me get the Instagram live going. Guys, we're doing something unheard of. We're going live on multiple platforms here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we are live on Instagram right now. Let me get you here, Adam. What is up, everybody on Instagram? How we doing? I'm going to add my friend Adam here. We are making something very exciting today. And they are soft shell crabs. I just need the invite. So what's up? How we doing?
Inception, bro.
How we doing?
Oh,
God. Turn down the volume on this one. Mega. Oh yeah, that's a good point. We are still echoing.
Those are just cicadas.
Right. We are currently live on both YouTube and Instagram.
We're breaking barriers.
Well, we got some feedback. We're gonna try to fix that on the fly here. I'm here with my good friend Adam, aka Omnivorous Adam, on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, across the board. He, like I said, great friend of mine, and he makes amazing food. You want to do a quick intro, Adam?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I like to make the foods. I like to make videos of the foods. I'm here in Chicago. I work as a private chef during the day, and I make videos also during the day. But you know, night sort of. So that's me, man. That's me, man. I'm stoked to be here. I mean, you and I have been talking now for coming on to a year, right? Our relationship is getting super serious, I think, personally. Maxie, I can't hear you, man.
Slight technical difficulties.
Cool.
Crazy feedback.
God. Max, turn your volume down on Instagram, bro.
Okay. All right, just 2 seconds while we get a little help with the technical difficulties. But as Adam was saying, guys, check it out. Look at these little guys. These are soft shell crabs. First time cooking them. Adam, yours are fresh, right?
Mine are fresh AF, dude. Not as fresh as yours because, you know, you live next to the source. But mine came in yesterday.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, how's the feedback, guys?
I don't hear it. I think we're solid. I think we're spicy. Are we spicy?
I think it's better now, right?
I think we're spiced. We're heavily spiced.
Cool. Love it. All right, I think guys, let us know if we're not good, but I'm feeling pretty good right now.
I feel great.
Yeah.
Adam, they're saying it's your feedback.
You think so?
Yeah.
Huh.
Adam needs his volume down.
My volume's down, dude.
It must just be on Instagram.
To be honest, stop talking about volume like that.
Maybe Beach Baby saying it's better. Okay, I think we've improved quite a bit since we started.
We're doing great.
Should we just carry on? I think we're good.
Everybody twice on the Instagram.
Huh.
So.
Fun.
Wait, let me try putting in my headphones.
Yeah, put in your
Should I put my AirPods on?
AirPods on. Dude, all these people are like IT-ing this. This is awesome.
You can't mute it because the people are
What? Oh, I can hear myself twice. This is great.
I'm gonna go through
Dude, I love this. These people are like IT, like solving your problem.
I can't do it. I can't do it. What did you say?
You can't do
Okay.
it.
All right, guys. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Matt Adamson's already telling me to slap the soft shell crab. That's worse. The soft shell crabs are very soft.
Gotta hear Max in your headphones.
Man,
Sorry, guys. We should have figured this out. We're also trying
we
to.
started.
Can you turn my Wi-Fi off on my phone?
Yeah.
That sounds great.
It's not there. I'm hearing it like for my sister's mine.
All right. Yeah, I know this is brutal.
Okay.
All right, you can hear me.
All right, people on YouTube, I apologize, but what's up, Worldwide Entertainment? How we doing? Make tamales one day. It's a good idea. How are we doing, guys? Are we improving here? This is what happens when you do your first ever live together and you try to do it on 2 platforms.
I think the AirPods.
Think so? All right. We're gonna switch to AirPods, see what happens. It's only gonna connect to 1. Hello. Well, you should turn down your volume. All right, can you guys hear me?
Hear me, dude?
Oh, now Adam's completely gone.
No, I'm not.
Oh, we're back. Okay, I can hear Adam.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I do.
Okay. Made better for you, saying it's better. Still feedback? Are we still bad? Oh man, that is a brutal buzzing sound. Are we okay? People are saying it's better. It's clear. Okay, Adam's missing, but it's clear. Adam, we can't hear you. It looks like you're muted on YouTube, and people on Instagram can't hear you either.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you coming out of my computer.
Sick.
Okay, I think we're good though.
Tight.
All right, people are saying perfect. Major lag on Adam. No.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay, I feel like we're doing better.
I think we're good.
Are we good?
Are we good?
I think we're good.
One earphone, one earpod.
Adam's
Adam's a little echoey. Someone has a.
I think we're just gonna have to go for it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
honestly.
I mean, if we need to do one platform, we can always just resort to one.
Yeah,
Are
it's
we-
too brutal.
Steven's saying we good on YouTube. On Instagram, I think that you might be echoing a little bit. Adam,
On IG, I'm echoing.
might just have to go for it though.
I think we should just go for it.
How's Instagram today?
It's delayed, but it's okay. It's fine.
Okay.
How are we doing on Instagram?
People are saying it's better.
It's better. It's better. I don't know if it's gonna get.
So you're still echoing, which means maybe that Max has to turn your audio off if it's playing live in his room.
Max, can you make it so that the audio is only going into your headphones?
I always try.
So you go into the program we're using, and you click mic, like cam mic, and then you go to audio, and then you can do mic.
So you turn down yours, please. I'm hearing it like 15 times in a row. Okay, so. All right. Audio.
Hello.
Sound.
Can you hear me crispier or no?
I can hear you fine,
Fuck yeah.
but people on Instagram are saying that it's echoey.
Because they're hearing you.
I'll do some dancing to get people to stay.
Oh, so why don't I? Oh, because I only need to hear him then on my earpod, right? So I'm turning it down here, turning it up here. That might do it. Can you talk again, Adam?
Hello.
Why can't I hear him on my earpod?
Hear me, man.
Guys, major apologies. We are working with
major.
some technical difficulties.
Here you go, Frank. Get in on this guy, dude. Give the people what they want.
Yeah, but it's going to end the Instagram live if I. Okay, I think what I need to do is restart the Instagram live.
I have a lot, dude.
For some reason, I'm not.
Okay, we're good.
We're
Hey.
good.
let me restart the Instagram live, Adam, and then I think we'll be good.
Restart the Instagram
Oh wait,
live.
wait,
and
no,
we'll
I
be
just
good.
got on my ear. Wait, we're
People
good.
people are saying it's
Wait,
good.
now we're good. Now I can hear you.
No, we're not doing anything.
Guys, are we good here? All right, so I think Instagram's good. YouTube, how we doing, people? Well, you
People
better say
too
Apple
need
with
to let us
low
know
and-
what's going on here.
All right, I think we're good, guys.
Yeah.
Let's do this. All right, well, a solid 11 minutes of technical difficulties. But I think we're officially here. We are live on both YouTube and Instagram. As you can see, Adam is holding a whole bunch of soft shell crabs.
Yes.
My very
yes,
first time
sir.
cooking them.
Yeah.
He is. Can I call you a master of soft shell crabs? or would
I
that
think
be
I'm a
an overstatement?
Sultan. I'm not a master.
A sultan. That's in
The
my
Sultan
book.
of Sandwiches, remember?
That's a synonym.
Okay, but we'll definitely not.
All right. Well, let's get to it then. Let's do it.
Yeah, dude. Let's start prepping these puppies. We got a lot to do. All right.
Cool. Good.
So let me see your soft. Max, show me it soft. Show it to me soft.
You sure you want the soft? Okay, here we go.
Oh, nice, dude. Mine's about the same size. Okay, I was a little worried. All right, so we are going to prep these puppies here. And how we're going to start by doing this is we have to do three things. We have to snip its face off. We have to snip its little bib off. And then we got to take its lungs out, right?
Okay.
Sounds kind of Jeffrey Dahmer-y, but that's what we have to do. So I'm going to do this. So I'm gonna have a little station here where I have my soft shells that are unprepared. I'm gonna have a little thing for my trim, right? This is where I'm gonna put all my soft shell crab trim, and then I'm gonna put the prepared ones here. So Max,
Perfect.
can you see what I'm doing, dude?
Yep, perfectly.
So these are our little soft shell crabs here. They have a face. There's a lot of just like undesirable parts in the face, so we're just gonna snip that whole shabooty off into our
They're already
trim
into it.
bucket.
Yep. Okay.
Already into it. We got a couple to do. I have more than one, so don't worry.
Okay.
So we just snip its face off with your scissors.
Okay. Can do.
About half an inch into the face, depending. Your crabs look pretty big too.
Okay, so
Cool.
grab the face.
Face on.
We are cutting in.
Yep. Oh yeah. Slower.
Second.
No, I'm just kidding. All right. Nice.
All right.
Face off.
Face has been
Perfect.
snipped off.
Face off. So now let's turn it on its back, right? And there's a flap right here, right? It's a little. They call it the bib. We're just gonna snip that off as well. So I'm going to take that and cut it off, and that's just because it would be kind of weird to bite into when it's like.
I think
flopping
mine is
around
already
and-
bibless, actually.
Yeah, if yours is, it
What
might
do
be bibless. They might have prepped
Yeah.
yours. They might have prepped
Yep.
yours already. So now what we're gonna do here? So we have its face off, its bib off. So this is the regular crab, just kind of like shell side up and all that. So we're gonna pick it up on its sides, right? But both of this should open on its left and its right side. We'll start on one side, and then if you could see here, right here, there are some lungs. If you use your fingers, there are these weird sort of like spiky looking things. Those are the lungs. We're just gonna snip those away with our scissors as well.
So again, I think mine's already prepped to the point where those are gone.
Nice. They made the
I
work
did-
easy for you.
Yeah, so I haven't like opened up into that interior. Actually, no, yeah, I think they're already gone.
But that's great then. So if yours are already gone, then you're going to be ready, and I will do a couple of mine extremely fast here, just for the sake of time. So again, though, just to show the camera for those who are curious, slicing its face off, turn it around, flipping it over. It's got that bib section. We're just going to slice that off. Should move this so you can see it. And then, again, lungs, piece. Nobody needs to, these crabs don't need to breathe. They're dead, you know?
So I was
Same
talking to the
thing.
person at the fish market, and they said that they harvest these in relation to like moon cycles, like during
Yeah, so
full
these
moons
are
they
just
come
blue
out.
crabs, dude. These are just blue crabs. These
Oh,
are
really?
regular, good old blue crabs. A lot of the times, blue crab meat is picked out and like put in sort of like cans and stuff for people to use for like, you know, crab meat, crab filling and stuff. And these are just, they get them at a time where they're molting their shell, because crabs and crustaceans molt their shells, which means that they shed their hard shells and they grow another one over the course of a couple of weeks. And just, you know, maybe like how we have fingernails, they have like new shells.
Yep.
Whoa, I just squirted crab face juice all over. Gnarly.
It's sort of like a snake. Right? Their exterior comes off, and they're left with this really. I mean, it to the name, it's extremely soft, right? Like I could easily tear this thing in half. Typically, with a crab or a lobster, any sort of crustacean, they're obviously quite hard, but at this point, it is like completely
malleable.
malleable.
Well, this is like they're very vulnerable at this stage. Like all crabs do this, and they usually. I actually was just watching like the new Blue Planet or Planet Earth, like a clip on YouTube the other day, and it was all these giant crabs kind of like get together in mass numbers to molt their shells, because if they were to do it at once, they would be vulnerable and easy prey. So they come together in sort of like strength and numbers type situation, and molt their shells all at once. And you know, fish eat a bunch of them, but a bunch of them also survive. It was a beautiful sight, in nature.
Very interesting.
Yeah, dude. So like, these are. I mean,
see you on YouTube, low and slow. A lot of people commenting that right now.
What are they saying?
So they're just saying low and slow because they're smart.
For soft shell crabs.
The exact opposite, right? Of how we're going to cook them.
Yeah,
hot and
not
fast.
Low and slow. There might be other techniques and ways to make these soft shell crabs that I'm unfamiliar with, and I'm definitely willing to concede on that. I don't know anything because I'm dumb. But what I do know is that when you cook these high and fast, not low and slow, they turn out excellent as well. So I'm thinking like you can do these on the grill, you can torch these, you can. What we're going to do is lightly coat them and hit them in hot oil. They really, I mean, these are kind of big. These will probably need 4 to 5 minutes in the hot oil to fully cook through, maybe a little longer because these are kind of big. But like I said, high and fast, not low and slow.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Cool. So I'm prepped out. I'm just going to do 4. I'm going to leave these other 2 for later. Are you solid as well?
I'm good, man. Mine came ready to rock.
Ready to trimmed. Fully trimmed and ready to rock, dude. Just like it's like we're going out, you know?
Exactly. Wait, so guys, quick update before we start for people that are just joining. We're live on YouTube and Instagram. We are cooking soft shell crabs with my good friend Adam. Please check him out on definitely YouTube, definitely Instagram. He makes some incredible food. And yeah, he's going to teach us how to make soft shelled crabs. I'm super excited. I've eaten these a lot growing up in the East Coast, but I've never cooked them. And yeah, let's get to it.
This is an East Coast staple, baby.
Yep, we've trimmed them up. Mine came trimmed.
So now we're gonna, you know what? Might as well. Let's get our oil ready. Let's get our oil going. So here,
oil? Yeah.
Yep, I'm just gonna use any neutral oil you have, whether that be grapeseed, vegetable oil, avocado, rice bran. It don't matter. So long as it doesn't have much of flavor. We're not trying to fry these in nice olive oil because that would be expensive and it would make them taste like olive oil. So I have some, it says avocado oil, but this is probably a mixture of just random shit that I've gotten and I've kept this this container.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna pour this in. We're gonna you can shallow fry these 100%, but I'm gonna try to get them like, call it medium fry. It isn't quite a deep fry, but it's definitely leaning towards deep fry. Because I want these fully submerged. This oil is going to be nice and hot. It'll all happen very fast.
Sounds good. Gabriel, get a shout out.
Take this out, Frank. What's up, Maxie?
I was giving Gabriel a shout out on YouTube.
Gabriel. Yeah, so to people over on Instagram, I can't really see what you're saying, but Frank, let me know if somebody says something cool. Yeah, Frank, show yourself. This is my friend Frankie. He's helped me out today.
What's up, Frank?
Yo. Cool. So Max, we're gonna heat this oil. What are you cooking over there?
So I have canola oil. Is that gonna work?
100%. That's perfect.
Okay, cool. I also have avocado oil. I usually reserve this for super hot cooking, like plus 400, 500 degrees.
Yeah. That's okay.
Also,
yeah, and it's also expensive, so use your canola.
Yep. Cool. So also, is that the Breville? Like, what is that cooking unit you have there? Because I'm looking at.
Boy?
Yeah.
This is the Nimbus 2001.
I was gonna say, we're working with completely different situations. This is the
what's that?
Walmart $14.99 special.
That's honestly like way cooler. This is like embarrassing that I own. It's like embarrassing to own this because it's like so dope, and it's like honestly like way too expensive. But like this is an induction burner, which is is it a campfire stove or is that induction?
No, this is just has the coils. It's not induction.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Okay, so it's like the regular stove. This is like an induction burner, which as many of you know, I'm sure, it uses like magnets to like heat up the actual vessel itself. So you have to use something that can conduct magnetism or whatever. So, you know, you can't be using like low quality, or I'm sorry, like pretty much like low quality cookware on it. It needs to be able to pick up on like the different metals you're using. So it just heats things super fast. Let's like skip the nerdiness, right? It heats things super fast. So that's kind of what we're using today. But I will say, yeah, this thing's crazy because this little probe that you're seeing here actually like controls the oil. So when I drop something cold in it, it lowers the temperature of the oil, but it uses this probe to bring it back up to temperature. So this is kind of cheating, to be honest. It's cheating.
Dude,
like this
cool.
makes life a lot easier. And I'm not ashamed of it. It's a dope tool, but at the same time, I love fire. And if I were able to have like a nice burner right here instead of this, I would use it. And not a campfire stove, like a nice strong burner. But I don't have that, but I have this. So we're making it work.
That is very cool. I did not realize it regulated the temperature for you based on
the
the
probe. There's even a thing, it's like probe oil control, and it just like, it goes by the probe. It's pretty wild. So we're gonna let that heat up, but in the meantime, we can actually we can coat our softies in a little bit of flour and a little bit of starch, which is gonna help them crisp up. So if you're ready to do that, we can move forward while this heats.
Yep. We got our oil going.
Yeah, so get the oil in, right? I have a little bit of, this is corn starch. This is all-purpose flour. So the thing about flour is that it actually has protein in it, which means that as you cook it, it's going to take on color, it's going to brown, whereas starch just doesn't do that. So we're going to do a mixture. Our dredge today is going to be a mixture of all-purpose flour, and in this case, we're using cornstarch. You can use rice flour, rice starch. You could use potato starch, whatever. It doesn't matter. So long as you have a little bit of all-purpose flour and some starch, you'll be G to G. This is going to give us crispiness and sort of texture and like hard crunch. And this is going to give us like color and sort of more of a lighter sort of texture situation. So marry these two things and you're going to have some wonderful fried crabolas for your sando.
Amazing.
And you can just go 50-50 on it, right? So
okay.
I'm not going to face her back to the camera.
Wait, so you said something about the protein in the all-purpose flour. You kind of cut up for 2 seconds. Was that what you said?
Yes. The protein is one of the things that gives what you're frying color, right? So like if you dust a chicken breast in flour or something like that, like it'll take on brownness and color sort of more so than if you were to dust it in a straight starch like a potato or a cornstarch. So I'm going to mix some all-purpose flour here. I think it's like 12% protein. It doesn't matter. Just put the flour in. All-purpose. Don't need anything fancy.
Mine's 13%. Is that going to be okay?
No, you turn off the live, please. Turn off the stream. No.
Okay.
So
cool.
a little bit of flour, a little bit of, and a lot of people like to throw spice in here. Like a lot of people will be like, "Oh, dude, why aren't you putting like spices in your dredge or whatever?" And it's like, you totally can, right? I'm just not. Matter of fact, if you have something you want to throw in there, go for it. All I'm going to do is add my flour. All I'm going to do is add my starch and a pinch of kosher salt over the top there. Kind of like mix that around with my hand, with a fork, whatever. Right, check this out.
Right, so the risk becomes adding something with like sugar, really anything that would burn, right?
Yeah. So sugar would just caramelize. This is actually just going to take on color from the protein, like cooking in the flour, which might be caramelization technically. Like I didn't go to DeVry. All right, I'm no smarty pants. So, but that's what I know about protein and frying with protein. So do you have your seasoned flour, Maxie?
Excellent. We do too.
Someone's saying ready to go?
Yep. Someone's saying they missed part of the video. Guys, we are at the point where we are about to fry our soft shell crabs. Okay, we are 50-50 all-purpose flour, and you initially said potato starch. We both are using cornstarch. Should work fine.
Whoops.
Season with salt. Any sort of starch, right?
Yeah.
And we're getting our oil to 350.
We're getting our oil to 350. We got our starch ready. We're about to dredge our crabs. We have all-purpose flour and cornstarch in here. I seasoned it with a little bit of salt. And I'm just going to continuously sort of season things just to play it safe, right? So we seasoned our flour. I'm also going to season our crabs, which are slightly moist. So we actually, you know how you do a classic when you're dredging something, you do what's called a dry, wet, dry station. Generally, it's coating something in flour, then egg, then your breadcrumbs or whatever else you're coating it in. For this, especially right now, at the end of the season, these soft shell crabs are like muy perfecto. So it's like we need to kind of keep these sort of like how they are originally, or I think that at least. We're just lightly dredging these and frying them off. You're gonna see they're gonna turn bright red, take on this gorgeous color. They're gonna be crispy, but they're still gonna hold on to their juiciness. Perfect for po' boy sandwiches. And that's kind of what we're doing here. No need to complicate it. We're not making a tempura batter with super cold like seltzer water or anything like that, right? A little bit of dredge, you'll be good to go. So we have our moist crabs. It's all you need, dude. When stuff is this fresh, you let it speak for itself.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna season a little bit, just the crabs, just on one side because we have the flour seasoned as well, and we're gonna season after the fact. So, but it's kind of always a good thing to like season as you go. You've probably heard that before, but you know, good rule to live by.
Are you drying off your crabs at all? Mine are
no, I'm not
pretty wet.
because it's okay if they're soaked. If they're like dripping, I would maybe pat them dry a little bit for sure. But at the same time, like a little bit of moisture is just going to allow that flour and the starch to adhere to them more. You know, but once we get that going, my oil's getting there right now. But this thing's also a tank, so no rush.
All right, Sub Chef wants to know if Adam likes pizza.
Dude, Sup Chef, I like your pizza. I like buffalo style ass pizza. I'm down for that. I like wings too, bro.
He is the wing king.
Do you like pizza, bro? Maxie?
I'm pretty sure everybody in the world likes pizza.
Right.
If there's anybody that doesn't like pizza, please let me know.
That was like the lamest question. Better question. Does Boston have a style of pizza?
We kind of milk off of like New York pizza, because New York pizza is like incredible.
Totally okay.
Also, Connecticut has really good pizza, but there's some good
Connecticut pizza.
Yeah, New Haven has some of the best pizza around.
Did not know that. Lots of Italians over there.
Probably.
Italian Americans.
Yeah, it's mostly Italian. Yeah.
I love that. A little bit of white and red checkered tablecloth action.
Exactly.
Chicken Parmigiano.
Precisely.
We got some of that here too in Chicago.
I mean, you guys are deep dish though. That's a whole different ball game.
Okay, here's the deal. We're gonna dispel some myths right now. We're deep dish, but that's like what a lot of like, especially Southsiders consider deep dish pizza to be like tourist pizza. Personally, my family, they love deep dish. I didn't like it as a kid. I've kind of come around. You know, it's a time and place thing. It can be good. Not my favorite. I actually like New York more. But what I like more than New York is Chicago tavern style, which is what pizza connoisseurs in the city probably considered like true Chicago pizza because it's been around longer than deep dish, and probably more people eat it like that actually live here, which is just a super thin cracker crust situation lined with cheese. I mean, my personal favorite toppings, pepperoni and giardiniera, which is this condiment. It's like sort of an Italian, like relish condiment here. Plugging Marconi hard right now.
Oh yeah. I love this stuff.
Dude, these guys deserve it. They're great. This is relish. It usually comes in larger peppers. But anyways, that's a whole different live. Maybe we'll make pizza together.
I'm down. All right, there's some people that are just joining, especially on Instagram, I see, wondering what we're doing. We are cooking some little soft-shelled crabs with my good friend Adam. We're on Instagram and YouTube, so we did start with some major technical difficulties, but we're in the swing of things right now. And we're getting our oil up to temp. We have our dredging mixture, just our flour and starch combination with some salt.
Yep.
And yeah, first time frying soft shell crabs. I'm very excited. Adam just posted
Max, I think it's safe to say we're living the dream.
I'd say so too. I agree completely.
Right now. Yeah. 100%.
I am with you. So my oil's at like 300 right now. Dude,
hell yeah, we're almost there. You know what we can do in the meantime?
Yeah, what?
we can dredge our crabs.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're gonna take our crabs here that we season lightly with salt, right?
Yep.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Yep.
And we're gonna drop these in the dredge. I'm just gonna use one hand and just kind of like take the whole boy, toss him in there. I'm gonna use my dry hand to kind of like coat it from the top. We'll flip it over. You don't have to get too wild about like really making sure every little like nook and cranny is floured.
Yeah.
Because just kind of sprinkle it over and don't lose sleep over it. Maybe give it a little bit of a dangle, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna pop this boy on our dry tray just so that we're kind of like locked and loaded, ready to put that in the liquid. I'm sorry, in the oil.
Right. So you have a dry tray.
Look at that. Yeah, in the oil hot tub.
News to me, the dry tray, but we'll make a dry tray. Okay.
Oh yeah. Cool.
We're good. Okay.
Yeah, R.I.P. Mr. C for sure, dude. SpongeBob, me boy. Oh yeah. Wait, stop, dude. Don't exploit me, right?
This Mr. Krabs.
I was like Mr. C, and he's like, it's Mr. K, and I'm like, damn, he's right.
Is that his spelling? It's news to me.
In the show it is. In the show it is, man.
Okay, so how are we looking here in terms of total surface area coverage?
I think you look excellent, bro. You're a total New Englander. You already know innately what you're supposed to do. Why are you asking me?
Right, that's a good point. Well, you do have the experience.
I know. I'm giving you proofs, dude.
Someone asked no wet milk or egg wash.
No wet milk, no egg wash, because I don't really care for like a super thick, crusty batter. Now that's definitely a style and a vibration and a certain energy that is delicious as well. But right now, these things are so meaty and so perfect that I like kind of having them sort of like slightly coated, slightly crunchy, but a little leaning towards au natural rather than this like big crusty glob of like deep fried crab, which again, I love the energy, just not tonight, We'll save that for the weekend.
So these are, I mean, they're going to have a sweetness to them because it's crab meat, but it's going to have its own saltiness as well, right?
Yeah.
So we don't want to go too heavy with salt.
Yeah, it'll have some brininess for sure. So to be honest, man, like I'm usually lean on the side of over seasoning rather than under. But at the same time, like the goal is to never over season, obviously. But you're absolutely right, and that's a great point to bring up. These are saltwater animals, so they will have their own essence of the sea and sort of this natural briny taste. So keep that in mind while you're seasoning.
Right. I mean, like something like a lobster, we don't season it at all, typically. It's like you steam it, and then it has that saltiness. Yeah. Dip it in butter, which might have some salt, but it's kind of natural, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing for sure.
All right. Well, I think.
But yeah, like you said though, with these little guys, like they're sweet right now. That's one of the reasons why they're so great. And also another thing that I wanted to bring up is that some people are probably like, "Ew, you didn't clean it right," and that's because some people like to remove the guts from the crabs. But personally, to me, that's like just chopping flavor off. Guts are good, like in this case.
Guts are good.
Guts are good.
Good to remember.
Fish are friends.
Not food.
So we have our crabs lightly dredged, seasoned up, and ready to be dropped in the oil. So I'm working with like a small sort of like mid-sized amount of oil and amount in size of pan or pot right now. I'm using a saucier. So like I'm gonna drop two at the same time.
Oh, you're going
I wouldn't
double.
overcrowd them. Yeah, I'm gonna go double, I think, just for the sake of time and because like we can get away with it. So depending on, I don't know, because your stove isn't as strong, you might want to start with one, or you can like risk it for the biscuits, which I know you like to do because you're a gambling man, and drop two.
I'm feeling double.
I know you are. I don't even know why I said that.
So I'm at like 310. The thing about this little machine is it gets real hot and it gets real cold.
Nice. Not nice.
Which is not.
But you know what? Props to you for rolling with the peas.
Yeah, I think it's officially time to upgrade. But we're working with it.
I think so, dude. I think you've hit that point where you're like an aficionado now.
I don't know.
By the way, Max, did we cheers at the beginning of this, dude?
I don't think so. Let's
tell the people what we're drinking.
All right. You start.
All right. This is an adult apple juice. Straight from Bavaria, Oktoberfest.
That sounds delicious. This is an adult grape juice.
Nice.
Straight from California.
Hell yeah. Oh, here, wait. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm. You know,
Cheers.
it's bad luck not to drink after you cheers someone, dude.
All right. There we go. Wine versus beer. Yeah, I guess wine versus beer. What do you guys think?
Wine
It is
versus
Wednesday.
beer.
So, kind of have to drink wine. All right.
Look, man, we know you're classier than me, all right?
Yeah, right. We all knew that.
You're a goddamn Roman.
All right. So how's your oil doing? I mean, you have at this point, you're probably like clean right at 350. I'm like bouncing all over the place. I feel like I'm good to go.
Bro, I'm at 360.
Yeah, that's great. I'm at 304 / we'll be okay with this, I think. Did we go for it?
304?
Yeah.
Let's give it a little more time. Let's Let's talk about something interesting in the meantime, though.
Okay.
Like abortion. No, I'm just...
Ew.
Oh no.
Oh man.
But dude, so like, are you stoked for the fall? Because like we both come from like cold weather climates, so it's like at this time of year, September, it's the month in between summer and fall, and it's when you start thinking about having to shovel snow, but also getting to make snowballs. So where are you at with this cold weather?
In my later years, as I'm growing up, I am disliking winter more and more. That is just a fact that I've come to realize. Like, every winter, I'm like,
it comes with age.
It's cold and like hot isn't great, obviously, but man, bitter cold, not my favorite at all.
Yeah, dude. Bitter cold blows, but like at the same time, I always say this, like people are like, oh, how do you like want to stay in Chicago? It's so bitter cold and the winters are so brutal. And they're totally right. The winters can be very brutal, but like I love the way of the ebbs and flows, and I love the way that like you're not only what you cook like changes like from the produce to the style of you eat, right? You're probably leading towards like richer stews, heartier roasts, as opposed to like light salads and like crunchy grilled things. But also like the way you live changes too, right? So like you're not going out as much, not as much as happening, doing what we do. That's kind of dope because we can really kind of go head down and make these videos and do what we do best, which is like, you know, make food for the internet. But also I just love like coming home and just like being on the couch and after like a long day, and it gets dark. When it gets dark at 4:30, it can be kind of depressing, but you know, once you get towards the holidays, like there's like this magic in the air, but come February, I'm over it for sure.
Yeah. I feel that. I'm with you. It's all balance.
It's all balance, my friend.
All right, we're up to 325, meaning it's going to skyrocket to 350 within like 2 seconds. So I think it's officially time. How are you feeling?
Okay.
You
I feel great. I couldn't feel better, to be honest.
Excellent. So we have our crabs lightly dredged.
Lightly dredged crabs. We're just going to lightly, as you know, the move for this, you can use your hands, better yet, and just kind of like drop these in the oil, kind of making sure to shake them off a bit, right?
Yep,
and
give them a little shake.
Slowly give them a shake and drop them in.
Okay.
Kind of always away from you, right? Push the food away from you so you don't burn yourself.
Here we go.
It's okay if it snaps, crackles,
and
pops a little bit. That's just the name of the game.
I can't really hear what's going on in real life because my AirPods are in, but I hope you got some good food.
I should move my beer. Nobody wants crab beer.
Yep.
So you can already see these things. I mean, it's going to be loud here for a second, but these things, look how fast that takes on color. I mean, look at that. It's like bright red already.
Yeah.
And the dredge is enough to sort of, I'm just going to flip it around sort of as it cooks. And it's very violent right now because there's a lot of liquid cooking off in the hot oil. It'll slowly start to chill down again as the water cooks off, as is frying. So Now is the perfect time to refill your drink.
So how long are we talking here, do you think?
3 to 5 minutes. These are a little bigger. So I would say probably closer to like 4 or 5 minutes. But I like to say, dude, it's really hard to give times, as I'm sure you're well aware, doing long braises and smoking projects and aging products like you do. It's less about the exact time. It's more about looking at the color of the crab, feeling it. I mean, don't feel it in the hot oil. Oops, shit.
Yeah.
But
So are you doing 2 sets of fries, or are you doing 1?
say
Do
that
you
again?
have all your crabs? Do you have all your crabs in there right now?
No. 2 of 4.
2 or 4.
2
Okay,
of 4.
perfect.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right. So big help from Sophia. Waiting for that.
I like that. You're on the team. You're hired.
Okay. All right, you're frying away. It smells amazing.
Yeah.
It smells really good.
And also another cool thing about frying in general, like sorry if it's like the interference is high right now, but like when you fry, like it's a lot. It's using your ears too. Like people say when you're cooking, use all your senses. People always overlook like the hearing when you cook, like especially when you're frying. Like you can hear the water being cooked off of the crab itself. Like look how chill it is now compared to what it was before. You know, it's violent, it's spraying, it's sputtering here and there. Now it's super chill because most of that water is cooked off, but it's still cooking. You still hear some sizzling. Once
Right.
that sizzling dies down, it's a good indicator of a lot of that moisture has been cooked off. So I flip
Yeah.
it, more moisture gets released, more moisture gets cooked off. Because remember, water and oil don't get along. They're always separating. So there's not going to be any water in there once your oil settles and stops making noise.
Right. That's a great point. So yeah, my oil also cooled down quite substantially just from adding the crabs. That's
Nice.
what I find.
What's it
That's
at?
pretty normal, right? I'm at like 300. But typically, like when
Yeah.
you add meat to a grill, add anything to like a pot, it just cools down the entire like ambient.
Yeah, to
Temperature?
be expected, man. You know,
Yeah.
that's the nature of the game. Your oil's going to drop a lot, which is just part of it. That's why, like I should have said this out loud, but I preheated my oil to 360 instead of 350.
That's
And that
good
is
info to know
because
beforehand.
what?
That's good info to know beforehand. No.
Yeah, I know. Well, but you weren't even at 350, so I'm like, let's get it as high as we can because it will drop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that's a good thing to say though. I mean, like if you're trying to fry something, generally I'll fry between 350 and 375. Sometimes if I'm feeling like a super insane, mad, crazy boy, I'll do like 400, but then it usually drops to 375. But
It's interesting that
these are looking
350
great.
seems to be like the frying and baking temperature, and then like 225 is the smoking. So it's like you kind of fit those. Those are the two general common.
Yeah, 375, 350. But then but you can also what people don't know you can do with oil. A lot of people do know, but the average person I would say you can blanch with oil too. How you might blanch with water. Blanching is essentially softening like a vegetable or something to par cook it before you finish it, either on high heat on the grill. So, for example, I might blanch broccolini in boiling water for 2 minutes to fully or halfway cook it through, get it nice and bright green, shock it in an ice bath, and then move it to the grill to crisp up, char up, take on color. So it's this beautiful charred broccolini that isn't wilted and floppy and gross, right? It's this perfect charred broccolini. The same can be said. You can do the same thing, for example, with French fries. Cut your fries up, blanch them in 300-degree oil, right? Low temperature, par cook them, take them out of the oil, raise the temperature of the oil to 375, 400, then finish them in that oil to get them crispy. See what I'm saying?
Wow.
You can par cook in oil. So
Dude, see,
these are actually
the
looking
little
pretty.
details that Adam has. Like, there's very few people that have that knowledge that are sharing it with the world. That's very cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, man. The more you know, the more you know.
So this is a question directed at you, Adam. Steven says, if you can do a backflip, he'll donate $100. What are we thinking?
Oh, fuck! You know what? Will $100 pay for my back surgery?
Probably
No.
100,000.
I could do a handstand, but not when there's hot oil here.
Yeah, that's fair. Steven knocked it out, unfortunately.
And it's also like not cool. A handstand's like not cool. It's like kind of impressive, but it's just not cool. And I can't even do a full handstand.
All right, just for my
All
own
right,
interest, I'm gonna check the internal temperature of this crab. What's your guess?
Oh hell yeah, dude! I love that. So these are actually looking good. Did you pull your crabs or are they?
I did not
fine?
pull my crabs. Did you?
So I'm ready to pull these. I think.
Yeah, they're fully cooked. I can say that much.
Dude, these are looking so beautiful,
They
dude.
do look great.
I love this. I love softshell crabs so much.
All right,
The
I'm gonna
first
take
time
one
I
off
actually
and
had a
show you
softshell
guys.
crab. Look
Yeah.
at that. It looks like a Zelda character, dude. Look at those like accents.
Guys, that is a
It looks like.
freshly cooked soft shell crab.
Do you know what I'm talking about? That the eye from Zelda. I like don't even play. I'm like being a poser. I don't even play Zelda.
Look at that
But
guy.
like, I remember this one character. From it. It's like this purple guy.
Yeah, totally.
Totally.
Dude, these things are
All right.
crazy. There's like we have a nice texture on the outside from the flour.
Yeah, dude. Dude,
This
let's show
looks
the people of the
perfect.
tubes, dude. I've been like
Wow.
neglecting. The
Amazing.
people of the tubes. Peep this. Peep this.
All right, let's compare ours. Do mine look like yours?
Yeah, dude. I think so.
I feel like you have a little bit more color than me. It's probably from the slightly hotter oil. I'm feeling okay about mine now. I'm gonna try to crank up my my heat on this go around. This pan, this is just not good.
This little cool accent.
Yours look
Little
fantastic.
spikes.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not gonna lie, Max. Yours look fantastic too, and I think you're underselling yourself, and your crabs are way cooler and better than you think they are.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna heat this back up on the main situation over here.
I'm gonna drop my other crab bowl again. Now stand back.
I'm gonna cook mine over here. It's like maxing out at 300.
It's all right. You'll keep them in a little longer, and you'll take them out, and it'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna fry mine over here.
Can you bring this?
All right. We got Sophia coming over. Instagram has the first order. Ready? And one. So guys, for people just joining, we are frying some soft shell crabs here
Heck
with
yeah,
Omnivorous Adam. We've cooked our first two. We're on our second couple.
Where can people buy this burner?
So this burner you can get I think they sell it on Amazon, but I would go directly to Breville's website. That's Breville. Polyscience. It's a wing of Breville here. It's called the Control Freak. But I will say, it's extremely expensive, and if you're not ready to like spend a lot of money on like an induction burner, then I would say like look elsewhere. But the thing about induction burners is that like there's kind of a crappy in between. It's either like you spend a little money or a decent amount of money, $120, $150, and you get a product that's not that good, or you spend like $1,500 and you get this. So unfortunately, there's no in between. Maybe like one of you like a smart entrepreneurial person will hear this message and come out with a middle ground product that's quality, which would be dope. Max, maybe I'm talking about you. I don't know. And but for now, this is kind of like what we're working with, and I bit the bullet and bought this thing. But I mean, like I know, like for a fact, a lot of like really high end restaurants use this Control Freak here, so it's kind of like a top of the line thing. It's just kind of a lot of money for somebody if you're just like an exploratory home cook, or even somebody who likes to cook a lot. Maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Spend your money how you want. This is a free country here, so
It's definitely cool to at least learn about it. Like that's crazy. Those
Yeah.
the functionality.
induction.
Hey Adam, we got some requests for you to say low and slow. That's it.
For me to
just,
say low and slow,
just to say it.
low and slow.
Boom.
Is that weird?
That's not weird
Do
at
I
all.
say it weird, dude? Is
No,
this
that
for
was
your
amazing.
own personal, like, dude, low and slow.
Yeah,
Let's go.
amazing.
Low and slow in a hoe for show. Let's go.
As we cook these things hot and fast. So I'm currently cooking, for the people on YouTube, you can't see what I'm doing over there. But people on Instagram can see we are currently cooking these crabs at a slightly higher temperature, I'm hoping. My first round didn't quite brown out the way I wanted them to. How are yours looking at it?
Mine are looking pretty good, man. Mine are looking pretty good. They're taking on a little bit of color. They're getting nice and crisp. I think they're going to be yummy on our sandos. What does Maxie's look like?
I'm still hovering around 300. So I'm not quite
Nice.
getting, it's not quite getting hot enough, but we're working with what we got.
Dude, those look great. I'm serious.
Thanks, man.
Honestly, like, God forbid, like, you know, they're not like super mega. The colors is perfect on them.
Thanks. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, man. I'm here for emotional support, but I'm also not going to bullshit. I think they're going to be good on the sandwich, man.
Yeah. So the final step is to assemble a sandwich. That's what I'm most excited
Is the
about.
what?
Is to put together a sandwich. This is
Yeah,
only phase one.
sando. Yeah, this is stage one. We're hardly there, except now we're making good time. But you said you have had this before. You have never had a soft shell po' boy.
I've had them many times. Like whenever it's special
Yeah.
for soft shell crabs, I always get them. But I've never cooked them before.
Gotcha. Okay. Sick.
'Cause
We're
it's really a
growing today. We're
seasonal
growing
thing.
in so many ways.
What was that?
Check this. I said we're just growing in so many ways today. We're gonna eat them. Now we know how to cook them.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Sick. What kind of bread did you get for the po' boys?
You might be a little disappointed with me. You might not. This we got.
Gonna
Oh,
take
buns.
one. Oh, little mini like ball buns.
Is that gonna
I'm
work?
not gonna be disappointed in you, but if we have any like New Orleans natives, they might be. But but I don't. That sounds great. That sounds great.
Well, that's what we got.
Adam, it's my fault.
Oh, Sophia coming in with
Oh yeah. Why is
Adam, it's
that?
my fault.
Sophia,
No.
nothing's your fault. It's all Max's fault.
100%. Hey, she went out and got them, so can't complain. I'm getting a
Whatever.
little
It's
bit
gonna
more
be
color on
delicious. Matter of fact, it's gonna look really cool in the little big crab and the small little bun.
Exactly.
That'll be
That's
tight.
sort of
I
what I'm
like that.
thinking.
All right.
What's up,
Well, I'm
man?
gonna remove my last crabs here.
What did you mainly learn to cook when you were in Japan, Max? So I've been to Japan, but I lived in China. So that's probably what you're thinking of. I lived in China for 7 years. What did I mostly learn
Oh,
to
yeah.
cook there? Just exploring Asian flavors out there. Like soy sauce, garlic, ginger, that kind of trio is a big part of what I use. But I do love Japanese food.
Dude,
All right.
yeah.
I feel like we're good on these, right? Did you season your first set of crabs directly after cooking?
Yes. I have not, but definitely do it right out of the oil. That's good form.
Look at that guy.
Here. So remember, we seasoned these before. We seasoned the flour, and now just lightly season them after.
It's dripping. Looks
A
pretty
little
good.
bit after. And these are good, honestly. Check them. Ooh, check this out, dude.
What are your
Let's bring
thoughts
this to
on
the
different
people of the
salt varieties for pre-seasoning, post-seasoning, different things like that?
Whoa, so crispy.
Wow, yours are
What's up?
insanely crispy. What? My question was, what are your thoughts on different salt varieties for different contexts, like kosher salt versus more fine?
It
versus
comes.
flaky
I
salt?
mean, for me, it comes down to like really two salts. You have your kosher salt, which is your all-purpose salt, and then you have your finishing salts, which are anything with texture. So I have like a ton of different salts. and I keep them all right here. But like, for example, some of my faves, I have just like some textured salt. You have like a flaky salt, like your Maldon salt, or like a cook named Matt salt, right? The salt that Matt comes out with is like a good finishing salt. So I would cook something, and to finish it off, I'd put that on top. Shout out Matt. What's good? You're the man. And then I also have like this like a French classic Fleur de Sel, which is just again a textured salt. So for me, it comes down to like texture versus like all-purposeness.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. Like there are two salts. Like don't use iodized salt. It tastes weird and metallic. Don't use Himalayan pink salt. I mean, you can finish with Himalayan pink salt, but that's really just a gimmick, to be honest. It's just salt that comes from the Himalayas. There's a lot of salt in the Himalayas. It's good quality stuff, but you're going to use it, and it's going to be slightly different every time you use it. Whereas in terms of salinity and levels of salinity, whereas like when you use a diamond crystal or a Morton's, it's the same every time, no matter what. So it's consistent. What matters is that you get used to the salt you're using, not what salt you use, right?
I agree completely.
Also texture. Yeah.
Right. Like understanding visually and just feeling how much you're adding to a certain cut, to a certain thickness, to a certain dish. And I agree completely. Getting used to what you are comfortable with or what you prefer.
100%. That's all people like get tripped up on. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's a conversation and it's worth talking about, but like, you know, use what you're used to and make good food with what you're used to. Kind of what it comes down to, you know? Okay. So how are your crabs doing? Are they finished up?
Yep.
Tight.
Max has a limited amount of black t-shirts. Hinge should sponsor him. This is actually not Hinge. What is this?
Fresh Clean Teas.
Fresh Clean Teas. Free plug. Fresh Clean Teas. What type of black shirts do you have? Because you also have the exact same thing as me.
Dude, yeah, it's funny how like we all use black shirts. Dude, it shows up the best. It's consistent. I actually go to Kohl's and I get like I think it's like apartment 9 or something. But
nice.
For whatever reason, I always root them at the bottom towards my belt line. So I go through like literally like probably a shirt like 5 times as fast as like the average person would. They're great shirts though. You know.
Nice. I might have to pick one up. All right. Okay, so what's the next step?
Yeah. What's up, dude?
Where are we at in terms of assembly?
Okay, so we have this is the fun part here. So it's all fun, right? What am I saying? We have our crabs already fried off. You know what? Let's do the remoulade next. The remoulade. So what that is a fancy way of saying we're gonna make a sauce that is like a tangy, sort of like mustardy, creamy sauce with a little bit of spice to go on to basically be the main condiment of our sandwich. So usually with the remoulade, it's a mayonnaise base, which you would just make a mayonnaise with an egg or whatever, which you could totally do. And if you do that, heck yeah, you're the man or girl or woman, and that's great for you. We're gonna use store-bought mayonnaise to start today to save some time and to save a couple of steps.
Okay. And
because mayonnaise is great, store-bought mayonnaise can be great. I have some QP mayo here, and I also have some classic Americano Hellmann's. And I want to get rid of this, so I'm gonna use this QP mayo. Put you back in the fridge.
Well, 2 very different flavor profiles, right? Like the QP is quite
I mean, dude, it's MSG. Like you can put a spoonful of MSG in your Hellmann's and it'll taste like QP mayo. Like that's all it is. People are like, "Oh, QP is the best," and it's amazing, and I love it. But like, if you put monosodium glutamate (MSG) in your Hellmann's, it'll taste way better. Just like, matter of fact.
Sounds like we should be doing that.
Why not? Yeah. So this is MSG, right? This is monosodium glutamate, glutamic acid attached to a salt. Glutamic acid is found in breast milk.
There's a big stigma
and it's not
around
the devil. Huge stigma. And a lot of it stems from like racism towards Asian Americans, in them putting it in specifically Chinese restaurant syndrome, right? Putting it in their food and making you feel sick and bloated and shitty. Whereas there's been like a lot of like double-blind studies like about MSG, and it turns out all that stuff is bullshit. So in terms of like, you know, it's basically placebo effect, people feeling sick when really there's nothing to feel sick about. So we're gonna add some MSG to our mayonnaise today. Why not?
With that said, we're gonna add some of this stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. Actually, that's a lot. We'll go probably like a quarter of a tablespoon, and this is like a tiny jar of Hellman's. Pop that in. Maybe a little more because I'm feeling like a spicy boy. Maybe like
Quarter
3/4
tablespoon MSG or tomato.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm putting MSG in my mayonnaise. Now let's get into the
That's a
actual.
very minuscule amount.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna grab myself a little container, and we're gonna just put everything in our little container here. So to start off, let's pop in about, I don't know, half a cup of mayonnaise. And the cool thing about this and why I'm being so lackadaisical about it is because like this, you can think of this as a recipe, or you can just think of it as like what tastes good on your sandwich, which is how I'm thinking of it. So I'm just popping some mayo into this little container. Like I said, probably half a cup or so. Yeah. We're gonna pop that in. There is MSG in this mayonnaise, which makes it really dope.
Love it.
Yes, sir. So with that kind of base, we're gonna set that aside. Are you cooking along with me, Maxie, or are you just gonna what's
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay.
I got my half cup roughly. I have some garlic cloves that need to be disassembled.
Heck yeah, dude. Disassemble 2 of those for me.
Yeah.
For us. As a partnership.
Perfect.
Sweet.
I'm waiting for the day that I slice myself live.
Oh, that's gonna
I'm
happen.
looking forward to it, but like that's gonna be a weird day. Like, do I shut it down and go to the
No.
hospital, or do I just like put a Band-Aid on it?
I feel like if people see you and they realize like, yo, this man sliced himself live on camera and kept going, people would think this man has the mentality of a complete warrior. I want to get behind him and support him in any way that I can. That's at least what I would say.
I agree completely. Honestly, I feel the same way.
Like, I want this man on my team when the apocalypse comes.
Exactly.
That's the type of guy I strive to be. I don't know. I'm kind of a wimp though, so I don't know if I'd be like that. But got our garlic. All right, so we are gonna smashy, dude. Take your knife, hang it off the cutting board a little bit. Smash it. Heck yeah, dude. And then take a little pinch of the salto, little bit of kosher salt.
Oh, we're going crazy right now.
We're just gonna make a little bit of garlic paste, So I smashed our garlic. I popped a little bit of kosher salt on our garlic here. I'm just mincing it up with my knife. And I'm gonna kind of push it all at once. And then you've seen how this is done. You spread it on the cutting board.
Oh yeah.
Really. Right.
So the salt gives the texture, right? That's gonna help us.
The salt's gonna help break the garlic down and create more of a paste thing. Yep. So once you have it minced, it looks like that's pretty minced. Put a little. Yeah. Did you put a pinch of salt on it yet?
Yep.
You know what you're doing. Okay. So yeah.
I will say I do not do this frequently. I probably do this like once in my life.
All right. Yeah, I mean, like, it's really easy to just pop this thing in a garlic masher or a food processor, but it's a fun little trick and it's super easy to do once you do it a couple times. So we have our garlic paste, our 2 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna pop that right into our little thing. And it doesn't need to be perfect, dude. Like if you're mashing away and it's not looking as whatever, just pop it in there,
What? There's a fly that just is like, it smells like garlic and it's all over you.
That sounds like my type of fly.
Okay. All right. 2. These are pretty big garlic cloves. So I guess
you got some elephant garlic on your hands?
Oh yeah.
All right. So we have our mayonnaise base in with our garlic paste that we're just stirring in. And now we're just gonna pop in. You got pickles on you, Maxie, in your back pocket?
I always have pickles on me.
Heck yeah, dude. This is just these are just classic Vlasic dills.
Yeah.
This is a new jar. I wish it would but it didn't.
I'm using Grillo's. Have you ever tried Grillo's pickles?
Yeah, they're pretty flame. They have them at the Whole Foods by my house. But I don't buy them regularly.
These are the best pickles of all time.
Okay.
Just FYI.
Guess what? These are not. Buy the
Competing
gorillas.
product placements here.
Yeah, for real. So I just have like 2 of these like little like kind of like micro penis sized dill pickles.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna take these and we're just gonna mince them up.
Okay.
However you want. It's not the worst thing in the world if they're like a little bigger than usual. I'm gonna do them kind of rustic, right? 3. I'm just gonna come 3 times, come back around. I'm gonna stack them back on each other. Maybe like 1, 2, 3 times, 1, 2, and then we're just gonna like
Honestly, this is like some of the most fun to cooking for me. Like, I've never sliced a pickle like this, and it's just, I don't know. You kind of figure it out as you go.
You just make it just little slices that you can mix into a mayonnaise, and you get little chunks of, and you can make it finer just by running your knife through it a couple times or not. It really don't matter. However you like to eat your sandwich, or however you like to serve your sandwich, because you are the master of your sandwich domain. Oop. Pickles are so good, dude. I just like the salty sort of sourness they bring to like eating something like fish or seafood or something. You know,
it's hard to overdo it with the pickle.
The pickle life. Yeah, I agree. I'm sure some people disagree, but I agree.
All right.
Pickles in? Oh hell yeah! Yo, pickle cheers, dude. Want a pickle cheers me?
I'm down.
Frank, you want a pickle? You like pickles? Yeah.
You like pickle?
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
I just squirted pickle juice all over, not sanitary. Okay. Dijon mustard next. So in there we have our mayonnaise, we have our garlic, we have our pickles. I'm gonna do a little bit of Dijon mustard. That'll be nice and good. Thickens things up a little bit, gives things a little bit of the spice. Mixing that up. Next up,
Hot mustard.
Everything.
Hot mustard.
Oh, we're going with the hot mustard. Just look at Jack.
We have Dijon.
Huh?
We have Dijon.
Dijon will work. Regular. Put a little bit of yellow in there if that's what you have.
We're going with a spicy Chinese mustard. I actually really like this stuff, but it's super spicy.
I love that stuff, dude.
Right? So good.
That's like my favorite. It's addicting.
It is.
All right, mustard in. Lemon time.
Yeah.
Not lemon time. It is time to cut the lemon, the actual lemon. I just topped and tailed it. I'm gonna cut it in half. I'm gonna cut it in quarters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut. This is a cool little trick to make.
Sort of like a tartar. So someone's saying it's sort of like a tartar sauce. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's pretty much like a tartar, but like it's kind of like saying aioli, right? Like technically the right way to make aioli is emulsifying garlic and olive oil, and pretty much that's maybe an egg. Some people say like maybe not an egg. A remoulade is like a like swipe term, right? It kind of covers a lot of different like types of sauces. To me, a remoulade is like a tangy, creamy sauce that goes well with fish. And guess what? What do you think a tartar sauce is? Pretty much the same thing, right?
Right.
So,
it's a terrible spinner.
oh hell yeah!
Got to give it a shot.
I love that. So, a cool way to get rid of the seeds in your lemons, you can see here. I'll do it again.
You got a tip
Is
alert.
I quartered. Okay, so this is half a lemon, right? This is the original lemon. I cut it in half, and then I cut it in quarters, right? So we have quarters of lemon. The seeds tend to hang out in the middle. Of course, it depends on the lemon. So I'm just gonna put the quarter down on my cutting board like this, and cut away the middle, like so, which gives us a little bit of lemon. You lose a little lemon, sure, but that's all the seeds right there. As you can see, look at that. So many seeds.
Right. I mean, I would
But now you have
sacrifice
a beautiful.
that small amount of lemon for the. I mean, that's nice. That's
I mean,
what you're looking for.
do you want to be good or do you want to be great? You know.
Yeah.
Sliced
Going for it.
seeds.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna do that to all mine because it's a habit.
So you're doing a full lemon's worth lemons worth of juice.
No. I'm cutting that up because that's going to be on top of our po' boys at the end. So I have a whole one lemon that I cut off. I'm going to use 2 of these slices, so half-ish of a lemon, really acidic, like I said, and I'm just going to squeeze that in.
Okay.
And then I'm going to toss it.
Okay,
And
people.
go ahead.
Please. I just want to give
go
a quick update for people that are just joining. We have been cooking our soft shell crabs. We just fried these off. We're making some pretty amazing sandwiches here with Omnivorous Adam.
What's up?
If you're on YouTube, please do me a favor right now and click on Omnivorous Adam's profile. Subscribe to him. He makes some incredible content.
Aww.
Some of my favorite long form YouTube content that's out there. He really knows what he's doing. If you're on Instagram, you probably already know of him. But yeah, we're making some soft shell crabs. My very first time. Crabs are fried off, and we're making our sauce right now.
Yeah.
Is it a mayo? Is it a relish? Is it a combination?
Is it an aioli? Is it a remoulade? Is it a tartar? You tell me.
Exactly. That's where we're at. So you added about a half a lemon's worth of lemon juice.
Yeah, I like it very tart and acidic too. So right now we have about a half cup of mayonnaise, some pickles. I put MSG in mine. We got a little bit of Dijon mustard. We got a little bit of 2 cloves of garlic. We're gonna use so next up on the list is any greener, right? If I had chives, I would use chives. If I had parsley, I would use parsley. But I have a little bit of summer savory from my garden that has seen better days, but it needs to be used. It's kind of oregano-y. It's a little strong, but I'm going to use a little bit of it because I like the color. I like the fresh herbaceousness that it brings. So I'm going to mince a little bit of this up. Max, do you have parsley or do you have like chives or something?
Yeah, I have some green onions.
Green onions, great. Yeah, mince those up, pop them in. Or maybe like take 1 or 2 of those. Just kind of like mince up the white part and the green part and pop them in.
Yeah. I will say, dude, great tip with these lemons. Like minor cut, and you're looking at perfectly seedless lemons.
Yeah, right.
It's so simple, but
and it
for some
also
reason,
looks really nice too. Like garnishing with those looks really nice.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
All right, so we have. I know you're still mincing your shit, but I'm gonna put in a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. So just when you're done there, just don't forget to season with some salt. Pepper's optional, but I like pepper.
Yeah.
Black pepper. And also, come to my spice rack with me. We're gonna use some.
Look at that spice rack. That's a nice rack.
Oh, thanks, dude. I've been in the bench, you know. Where the hell's my cayenne, dude? Max, did you move my cayenne, dude? Are you sabotaging me?
I might have.
You flew in from Boston, let yourself into my apartment.
Oh, good call though with the cayenne. I like that idea a lot.
It just makes it a little spicy. It's also kind of like New Orleans classic. I'm dumb and lost my cayenne.
I'm going with a little truffle salt here.
Truffle salt.
Osmo truffle salt.
Osmo truffle. What's Osmo truffle salt?
It's this right here. It's good stuff.
Oh, I've never seen that.
So, a little black pepper, a little bit of cayenne.
A little bit of and you could put. I mean, this is about a teaspoon because I like it hot. Because we like it raw. Remember, heat is the spice of life. Never forget that. All right. There's one thing from today you take away. You know what I mean? You got it? Write it down. All right, you got it.
All right, this is smoked paprika, but it's hot smoked paprika.
Nice.
There we go. We have
That's
cayenne.
great. Look at that color too with the paprika or with the Jesus. You're incepting me next with the cayenne. That's nice. That's chunktastic, my friends.
I guess the main point is you can pretty much add what you want to this as long as you have the key components, right? Like it's hard to go wrong when you have the base down. Am I right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, like the way that I think of it, like think tangy, think spicy, think pickly. Yeah. You know what I mean? Think like a crab.
Think like a crab. Omnivorous Adam.
Should we make merch coming soon? Comment below if you want merch. Think like a crab.
I love it. All right, we are getting closer and closer. Crickets. Crickets. Okay. Let me see if we can get some comments answered quickly.
Yeah, let's answer some questions, dude. I feel like I haven't been interacting with you guys.
Chunktastic.
What kind of what? What kind of thermometer? Well, I mean, that's a good thing to talk about. But I use a ThermoPen by ThermoWorks, green. And I also have a lead thermometer for roasts, which is like a bigger thermometer. It's like that big. And you like can plug it into a roast and like it'll tell you what the roast temperature is. Yeah. Or you can take your temperature under your pit and see if you're sick. It works. Yeah.
Do you have multiple ThermoWorks products or just the pen?
I'm glad you asked, Max. ThermoWorks is a company founded in.
It is a good company.
No, yeah.
If you do need a thermometer, this is the one to get.
No,
the fact that we both have it is a telltale sign, I would say.
Yeah, no, it's an industry standard, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the lead thermometer. Here. Comes in a little pack. It's also green, on brand.
So I was gonna say, you got green to start. I mean, like, I got blue the first time, and that's all I have.
Dude, you gotta just choose a color and run with it.
Exactly.
I'm thinking like kiwi eyes for Omnivorous Adam, so I'm like, so
smart. I like that.
Color. So I gotta go green.
I like that a lot. Where's the crabs?
Yeah, so we got a Remoulade.
Sorry, quick question from you. Where did you get your crabs from?
Me? Well, they come from where you live, in the Northeast Atlantic. But I get mine. I personally ordered these from a place called Dirk's Fish Market here in Chicago. They came in fresh yesterday, and I placed an order and I grabbed them. They're jumbo, so they're a little bigger than normal. But during this, from April to September is like their season generally. They usually pop up around like May, June to September. But you can get them at a lot of spots. I would say places that specialize in fish obviously are going to have them more so than your average Americano supermarket. But yeah, there's a couple spots you can get them around town. But you can DM me if you're curious, and I'll get back to you and tell you like my favorite fish spots. Yeah. What about you, Max? Where'd you get yours?
Just a local spot. I'm right off the coast in Connecticut, so there's a lot of. I mean, these were actually frozen, unfortunately, but. This was from Atlantic Seafood.
Oh, I made frozen ones the other day, and they were great. So, whatever.
All right, well,
it's all the cold chain.
Yeah, but all right, let's assemble the sandwich before they get too cold. We've done some good stuff here.
Okay. Okay, so we just got to do a couple of rudimentary things really quick. We have some lettuce. You can use iceberg lettuce. You can use romaine. All that matters is that you cut it thin. This is a baby romaine, I think, that I washed up and is ready to rock. We're just gonna cut it into shredded lettuce, aka shreddus. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit away and just cut it real thin like.
What are your thoughts on iceberg lettuce? People have.
I love iceberg lettuce, bro.
I'm a fan too.
I love it because I love wedge salads.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I love that airy nothingness, that crunch. I'm a big fan. So we have our shredded lettuce here, which is important in a po' boy. And we also have just basic tomatoes. Oh, oh, shit, Max is frozen, dude.
Uh-oh.
Are you frozen too?
He's frozen on here.
No, wait, show the tomatoes, dude. The people cannot be. Look at these tomatoes.
Here, bro. It's been at 122 for a long time. And
has it?
Comments. Damn. I don't know what happened. Is anyone there? Hello?
Oh no, dude. Dude, look, going live is kind of like, it's kind of tough.
The feedback.
I don't want to let people down. You know what I mean? And it's like we're just consistently letting people down.
They were so cool. They were helping out.
They were really cool. They were up.
Awesome.
Max is gone, or I'm gone. Yeah. No, I know, but people were super dope and like helpful. Yeah, wait, yo. We're gonna continue. Fuck. No, keep it rolling. Maybe we got booted because it's like. Maybe we're too dank. So our internet's good. Damn, dude! Right before we're about to like build the sandwich.
I had a feeling something was wrong because there was no new comments coming in. You guys asked for questions, and I was like,
Shit. Here, Frank, hold this. My phone's so hot, dude. Damn. We gotta wrap it up. I swear to God, I had a charger, dude. Yeah, like, oh, it's right under the chair. It's kind of, I just figured, well, we have some downtime. Maybe you could plug it in. I don't know. Rutile. Is there nobody like commenting or anything?
no, I think it's dead. Like the session is dead or something.
So we have our shredded lettuce here, which is important to. So we have our shredded lettuce here, which is important to.
What's happening? I'm scared.
Oh, they're in your
No, go speaker. Go speaker. His phone might have died or
I'm
something.
sorry, the person you are trying.
Oh, shit, maybe.
It rang twice though.
I don't know how that works. I don't work for T.
I'm not a T-Mobile guy.
Whatever I work for.
We should have talked about abortion, dude. Oh shit. Oh, is that him? Max? Maxie.
Dude, my freaking internet went out.
Oh,
shit.
bummer.
What the fuck?
Damn. Shit happens.
What the fuck? Literally everything is out right now. There's
Dude.
a crazy thunderstorm.
No way.
Oh, shit.
Dude, it might be a power thing.
Yeah, I know it is. This happens like once or twice a year. I can't believe it's happening right now.
A raging thunderstorm. That fucking sucks.
It's just like, what? It should come back in a second. I mean, dude, I feel like we should at least finish off like.
Oh, listen, I'm chilling. So, yeah. Yeah, man. So are we just gonna be we're just gonna hang back and see what happens? Yeah, we can resume.
Oh, I see now.
Okay. Yo, so we're back. Are we? Am I live on you with your?
Oh yeah, I see you.
All right, people on YouTube, are we still here? We had a little quick malfunction. Lost our internet access for a little bit. There is a storm going on the East Coast, but I think we're back.
Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna hang up.
I'm not sure we ever left, dude. Like, I wonder if I was like, was I still on? Because I was telling everyone my deepest secrets.
That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna hang up on the phone. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm not on Instagram yet, but
I can hear you now.
Connected?
see YouTube.
Oh, we're on YouTube? Okay. YouTube people, we're back. Apologies. I'm going to figure out Instagram right now, but while we're taking a quick break, please find Omnivorous Adam on YouTube. Go give him a quick follow. He makes, I'm not just saying this, he makes some of the only content on YouTube that I actually watch, which I think is a big testament to his content, because there's a lot of people that I am friends with, but very few that I actually watch. So yeah,
Thank you,
that.
Maxie.
In the meantime, I'm gonna try to get live going. I can't hear anything from his side.
Max,
Right
are we
now?
doing Instagram?
I think I'm connected to a video call from somebody. Second vehicle.
What does that say?
Crab sandwich. Okay. Let me make sure.
Oh, are you setting up IG right now? In the meantime, I didn't go to clown school for no reason.
Oh, we got Adam juggling the tomatoes.
Ugh,
Okay,
it's been a while, guys.
going back live on Instagram
Here,
now.
throw one in.
I'm not sure
Throw
if
one
you
in.
can hear me. Yeah.
Wait.
What's up, everyone?
All right, watch the light.
Very sorry about that. There is a crazy storm going on outside, and we lost power. So if we cut out again, that's the reason. Let me try to get Adam back on here. We're in the process of finishing our sandwiches. We have our softshell crabs. Again, apologies for the slight technical difficulties.
197.
It is like it's thundering like crazy, right? It's pouring like crazy.
Yeah.
It's been thundering and lightning.
Lots of wind.
Yeah, lots of wind. But we back. Let me see
Heck
if I can
yeah.
get Adam back on here.
I'm back.
Yeah, so guys,
You're talking about on
softshell
Instagram?
crabs, they smell amazing. It is time to eat though very soon.
Yeah.
Okay, add Omnivorous Adam.
That is I.
Send request. Okay. Thank you guys for the patience.
Yeah,
this is the time of
seriously.
year, you know. Rainstorms, lightning, what have you. But
The
it
whole
is
nine.
officially time to finish the sandwiches. Adam, I just sent you a request on Instagram.
Cool. Request on Instagram.
Um,
Let's check it out.
I think,
Break your
yeah,
request
so
on
guys,
Instagram.
if it cuts out again, that's the reason, unfortunately.
Click
What's up, Hotel Boys? Hope you're doing good. This is what we got. Herlin, I think you just called me. I'm in the middle of this live still. We have our softshell crabs. Adam, if you can hear me, I did send you an invite. Someone's asking
I
if the recipes
requested
are posted. Not quite yet. However, on Adam's channel, he just did a really great video on
Turn
it.
the volume down.
It's very simple, I will say. As long as you can source some nice crabs, you should be good. And now's the season for it.
Maxie, how do I I'm trying to get on this mo.
What's cooking good? What's up, Fred? All right,
Send
let me try to
request. I just
add.
send you a request. Add me, bro. I feel like a boomer.
Universe.
How do I do this?
I just sent another
Accepted. We're
request.
joining.
Make an octopus. Love that idea.
I love Pulpo, dude.
Here we go.
We're back. We never
Wow.
left. Just
We
kidding.
back.
Left for like 20 minutes.
All right, we are back, guys. Very sorry about that.
All right.
Weather happens sometimes. Where are we at? You probably shredded your lettuce in that time that I was trying to figure out why. It just literally went pitch black. Everything shut down for 2 seconds. But
Dude,
we're back.
tech happens, man. But my lettuce is shredded, but all you got to do is cut some lettuce and we'll be on the same page.
I will say,
I hear it.
these are more satisfying than shredding lettuce like this.
I know.
You
Ice
can't really
burger,
go wrong.
romaine. It's nice.
It's just fun. Okay, well that should be good enough.
That's a good. Okay, so now we got our tomatoes. Easy
All
as
right.
pie.
Tomatoes.
So we're just gonna do slices of tomato.
Okay. What do you have for tomatoes? I think a good tomato is hard to beat. And it's very important.
Yeah, these I wish I would have gotten some heirloom guys, but these truth fact of the matter is these are just hothouse tomatoes that are grown indoors. But right now, please, if you're hearing this, go out and buy good tomatoes because you have about 2 more weeks before they turn shitty again. So we're just gonna slice some. Jesus, this knife needs to be sharpened. There you go. We're just gonna slice, I don't know, 3, 6, 3, 6, 9
I feel
tomatoes.
like the sign of a good tomato is just a crazy like design going on inside. Am I right?
Yeah, like beautiful, like nature type shit. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like nature is cool. Like whenever I slice into a nice heirloom, I'm always like blown away.
Okay.
All right, so we got our maters ready.
Yeah.
So one thing that you're gonna do with your tomatoes now, pop, I don't know, however many you're gonna want to put on your sandwich. I usually go 3. I'm gonna season 6 because I might make 2 sandwiches, 2 big boys, and then just season them because tomatoes need salt.
Yeah. It seems like
lightly.
it's people are talking more about this, but it's a very important point.
What?
Do you agree? Seasoning your
What?
tomatoes.
Oh yeah, that's like no question. Like, yeah, no question, all the time.
Right.
I'm glad that people are coming around to it, I guess, because you know, tomatoes need salt. Okay. So we are going to. We have our sliced shreddis. We have our tomatoes. Now, Maxie, we talked about the bread slightly. Let me see what bread you're rocking.
Yeah, you're not impressed. I can tell by the tone of your voice.
No. I just like I care about you, and I don't want like New Orleans people like coming after my boy.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Like, to be honest, listen here. If you're from NOLA, and you're gonna try to give my man Mac shit, you're gonna have to come through me. All right. Stop through
That's what I'm
Chicago on
saying.
your way to Boston. All right.
I'd love to hear that.
Because
So
right now we're just using this
Oh.
pretty here French roll. The thing about po' boy
I
sandwiches
mean,
is that like what?
I'm just not stacking up, honestly. I'm looking at mine compared to
No,
yours. Like,
you're definitely stacking, dude.
that's
but,
not even close.
Dude, so well, hold on. I know it's definitely not even close, but like you have what you have, and at the end of the day, it's a good lesson in deliciousness, right? Does it taste good? Probably. So what we're gonna do
Hope
here
so.
is, so we have this little French roll here. It's got this sort of like slightly. It's not like a baguette. It's not hard, right? It's kind of soft, but it's also it's kind of crispy on the outside, but soft on the inside, right? So we're gonna lay this down here, and I'm just gonna cut off the ends because I think it looks cool. No other reason.
Interesting.
It looks cool. And I'm gonna take up my bread knife here, and I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut it in half so I don't slice my thing. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm gonna cut about an 8-inch, and this is an 8-inch roll here. So this is now what we're working with.
Okay.
We have
Nice.
our little guy here, right? And so now I'm gonna carefully cut this boy or girl in sort of half, leaving a little bit away so that I can.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Someone wants the 2
Sort of.
butt ends of your sandwich. If you're willing to share.
What? What'd you
Somebody
say?
wants the butt ends of your sandwich.
All right, I'll put them in dry ice and we'll ship them out right away.
Yeah.
DM me or go on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, then go to my community tab and comment your address. All right, so here's the deal. We're going to be fully transparent right now. This is kind of sort of a little bit stale. It's not stale, but it's been sitting out in open air today, so it's a little stiff. So I'm scared if I do this, it's going to break. So what I'm going to do, if I had an oven rolling, I'd put it in there, but I'm going to use Chef Mike. Chef Mike.
So many tips going down. I like that.
It's just gonna soften up a bit in there for like, I'm talking like 15 seconds, dude.
So you're saying it's
I'm
very
talking
important
Chef
that
Mike
we.
Wazowski.
So you're saying maintaining that connection is important, because I'll say, like, there's nothing I hate more than a hot dog that doesn't have its connection. It's like you might as well throw the hot dog away at that point.
I like a connection. I might be a minority here. I like a connection.
It's
So
integral to me.
it's a little more malleable now. You can see the steam coming out. Oh, can you see the steam?
Nice.
So we're gonna build. Are you ready, Max? Heck yeah. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to lay in a little bit of the remoulade that we made, right?
Yep.
So I'm opening the crack in my thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna rip some of the remoulade all along the bun.
So you're not toasting this then, correct?
No, not toasted. You totally can if you want, but like honestly, like I prefer this kind of like how I had it in. I was gonna put it in the oven before, but we forgot to preheat the ovens. And at this point, let's build and munch. But a little bit of microwave action, so long as the bread itself is a little crisp on the outside and warm and sort of like soft on the inside. That's all that matters. Listen, if you were to toast this thing in butter, it would be so good too. But to be honest, that's it's not necessary.
Yeah.
So we have our remoulade in. I'm gonna stack some of these little seasoned tomatoes in here. This is kind of this is an 8-inch boy. I think I can get 5 tomatoes in here.
Wow. See, I can only fit one on mine.
Dude,
I feel like going with 2 is
totally.
a little too much, but I'm feeling good about 1 nice slice.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
1's fine. You don't want to overdo because these tend to slide because they're they're tomatoes, they're juicy.
Yeah.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take 2 of our softies here.
Oh, you're going
Right.
double.
I'm just
Wow.
gonna load. I'm loading this in. I'm going double action.
8 tomato
I'm gonna
slices
stack-
and 2 crabs in 1 sandwich. That's a sandwich.
It's a hard sandwich. And you know what? I might be a little bit overly ambitious, but I'm gonna lean into it. We have 2 whole soft shell crabs along with the remoulade tomatoes. We're gonna then top these soft shell crabs with some of our crunchy lettuce. And then I'm gonna
Is
hit
there
it with
a
another.
strategy to how you're assembling this right now?
So like the one thing that I'll say about this is that this looks pretty fat because it is. So what I like to do is at the end here, I like to kind of push it in like this. You see what I'm doing? Push it in so that you can still you can close the sandwich and hold it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I did that now because I'm gonna sneak in a little bit more remoulade, not a whole lot, just a little bit more on the side.
Sauce on the top right there.
Be specific. I snuck some in on the side here, and then I'm going to take a little bit of our lemon that we reserved from earlier and just hit that over the top.
Like
And again, slam this together, and you can see here. I mean,
dude,
that
this
thing's an
looks
overflowing,
so good.
juicy
I'm
boy
very
of a
excited about
sandwich.
this right now. Wait, so you went lettuce and
So-
then you went more of the sauce?
Just a little bit on the side, yeah. I like it saucy, but I'm
I'm
just
with
one
you.
man.
Sophia,
So
get on in here.
and then from here, you can totally slam this. I mean, your little slider, slam by yourself. But this is an 8-inch friend. I have one of my buddies here helping me work the camera, so I'm going to cut this in half. And just right down the middle like that.
All right,
That's
put
really
it
good.
And here's a
together.
cross section.
Guys, we got
You
a
can see that.
sister reveal.
Is it?
We're hitting
Did
with
I just
lemon
lose a
too.
claw on the floor? Yo, pick that claw up. I'll eat it, dude. I don't care. Yeah.
Dude, there's something about a crab to a sandwich, like a singular crab on one sandwich.
I
that
know.
is pretty
It just looks nice, Yo, Frank,
It's
come over
like
here.
it's
bud.
so
Come-
rare to
come
see
on.
a full crab on a sandwich. Like it's pretty cool.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah, someone say they're actually digging the smaller one. I'm kind of into it. Like it just fits
Yeah,
perfectly.
it's
a
like
little
a
patty,
slider, dude.
right?
It's a slider.
I feel like if the roll itself was a little bit harder on the outside. Wow, dude, that looks so good.
So cute.
That looks amazing. Guys, YouTube people, check this out.
Dude, heck yeah.
Are you an onion guy? Any need for onions on this? I guess we have some
So-
the pickles. Gives some texture and like
Yeah, dude. I mean, this has plenty
Like-
of texture because you got like the juiciness from the crab and the crispiness from the crab, the crispiness from the lettuce, and you have some like creaminess and tanginess from that dressing. And then you also have the bun, which should ideally be a little bit crispy and warm on the inside. A lot of textures, a lot of flavors going on. At the end of the day, it's really simple though. It's like only a few ingredients. And honestly, with po' boys, I feel like that's how it should kind of be. But that's like a purist sort of like view of it. But you totally could pickle some onions, put them on there. It would be good. Few things would be bad on this. If you were to put jalapenos on this, it would be good. But for the nature and for the sake of this just being like a straight delicious po' boy, we're gonna stick with a purist version of it. So shall we take a bite?
Wait. Before we do, can you give us a quick recap of like the process? Because there's a few people here that did not miss the beginning of this whole thing, and I think they'd
Yeah, no
appreciate
doubt.
just like a quick understanding of like the technique and everything we did, if you don't mind.
Yeah, dude, for sure. I need to wet my whistle.
Yeah.
So we dredged our soft shell crabs. We trimmed them up. We dredged them in a little bit of cornstarch, and then we fried them up until they turned a little red, nice and crispy, keeping it more all natural. Then we moved on to make a delicious remoulade of sorts, or tartar sauce, whatever you want to call it. a creamy, tangy sort of like sauce for the actual sandwich itself. Plays great with seafood, shrimp, crab, lobster, all that good stuff. Watch the video if you want to see how to make it. And then we also topped it off with some fresh summer tomato, and we also have our crunchy iceberg lettuce on a soft bun that's sort of crispy yet soft on the inside, making a beautiful summer treat called the Softshell crab po' boy.
Love it.
How did I do?
Amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That is a mouthwatering description. We have celebrity guest, my little sister, Sophia.
Yo, celebrity
Greg,
guest.
on
Right.
Instagram.
We also have a celebrity guest.
Hello.
We also have a celebrity guest.
Oh, let's
I'm
go.
so-
Nice.
But I'm not gonna lie, Sophia.
It's gonna be tough. To...
Can I say one thing? Sophia,
I don't know.
you're probably a bigger celebrity than him.
She's a bigger celebrity than
For now.
pretty much anybody. All right. Is it time?
Yeah. Cheers.
All
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Let's try it. You ready, Savannah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, ready?
Cheers.
Sorry, I'm in a lag.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sophia's hearing a lag, so it's all right. Let's go.
You like it? Be honest, you like it?
Whoop. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Hell
That
yeah.
is so good.
Mm.
We into the crab game?
Mm.
Dude, this is
Wow.
so good. This is
That
unbelievable.
The best part, honestly, is getting like whole pieces of like claw or like a leg
Yeah.
like caught in your mouth, and you're like, oh.
Wow.
Well, it's weird because like you're so used to eating crab in the context of like the outside super hard and you're fighting for those like tender bits. This has a slight crunch to it, but the whole thing is tender.
It's so
It's like
good.
the whole thing
It's-
is bite
it's-
through.
Yeah, it's bite throughable, but it's like crispy enough,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like sweet from the crab, but also the remoulade
Mm.
and the bread and the it's just
So good.
it's one of those things that you eat and you're like, I understand why this is like a known food.
Yeah.
You know, like a
Wow.
lot of the times when I cook, I just make things up and I combo flavors, textures, and I just throw things in a bowl or on a plate, or because I live a normal life. Like I gotta eat sort of fast sometimes, but
Yeah.
when you think of like composed dishes or sandwiches, sometimes you just like a BLT. It's a hell of a sandwich. A po' boy. It's a hell of a sandwich.
Dude,
You know?
so good. And I will
So-
say that remoulade, like the sauce, huge, integral to the
Yeah,
dish
dude.
in my opinion. Like it carries all the flavors. It's very apparent. Like everything else is more textural, and like the crab is sweet, but that sauce, like it to me, it makes the whole sandwich.
So-
And you can keep the rest of it and use it on whatever you want. You know, chances are you made a lot. So,
Enough
but
for like
yeah,
10
dude.
sandwiches.
Yeah, dude. Literally, I have like more soft shells I should have just fried, but no, I'm just gonna eat this
Mm.
sandwich and be a happy man cleaning up.
Dude, that is so
Oh yeah,
good. Wow.
Nice job.
Amazing.
That
right?
was so good.
yeah, dude. Yo, virtual high five, dude.
It's like a little tangy, a little.
Yo, Sophia, virtual high five.
She's lagging on the audio.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Give
I'm
her a high
bad.
five. Give her a high five.
Yeah, yo, Frankie, real high five, dude.
Nice.
Dude,
Wow.
this was
Yeah,
fun.
now I
Thanks
hear
for
the virtual high
for
five.
having me, man.
Yeah, man. I'm really glad we did this. I mean,
Yeah, me too. Let's do it again now that we have like the technical difficulties hopefully figured out.
yeah. If you guys have been here since the beginning, we started out, it was rough. I'm not going to lie. The first 11 minutes, a lot of echoing, but we brought it back. I'm very happy with this. I mean, like,
We brought it back.
just having the knowledge of how to make this, like, for myself, like, in the future, I mean, this is a top tier sandwich. I feel like the only issue is sourcing a high quality soft shell crab. Like, they're so seasonal.
Well, the only issue is that it's hyper season. Well, not hyper seasonal. It's around for a minute, but it's seasonal. You're not gonna find it during the winter. That's why I said it's a summer treat. You know.
Yeah. But like most people don't take advantage of it. So now that people know, like, very, very highly recommended, in my opinion.
Yeah, dude.
After trying
Oh,
this,
yeah.
I mean, this is
I'm
amazing.
we're just spreading that crustacean gospel, that crusty gospel. You
Yeah.
know, at the end of the day.
100%. Guys, once again, thank you for joining. I mentioned this a couple of times, but please go ahead and follow my buddy Omnivorous Adam, especially on YouTube. He puts out some of the best YouTube content that I've ever seen. A lot of the long form, he's kind of switched over to short form a little bit, but his long form stuff, as well as the short form stuff, is really off the charts. So I really appreciate it if you went and checked them out. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Kind of spotty here and there with the connection. I'm sorry we lost you for half a second with that thunderstorm, but we had a good result. How do you feel about it?
And we're alive.
Yeah, I'm happy. This was
Hell yeah.
This
Me
was
too.
pretty awesome, man. Thanks for
Dude,
teaching
thanks,
us
man.
the ways. There was a few
No
great
doubt, no doubt.
Can we go over there was a few tips that I took away from this that were superb. One was a
What
lemon.
do we got?
One was a lemon. One was putting the bread in the microwave. That was a good one.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
The MSG
All right, so
and the mayo was good. Or can you recap some of your best tips?
let's recap those three that you just mentioned. We'll start with the MSG. We put MSG in mayonnaise because monosodium glutamate is not the devil. MSG is monosodium glutamate. It's a natural compound found in lots of forms of nature, including breast milk. I like to say that because it's buzzy and it gets people to understand, like, yo, if I'm drinking from the titty as a kid, that, you know what I mean? Like, we're probably good as adults as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's cool. And it also just wakes up. It's basically the essence of umami. So it's sodium glutamic acid attached to a salt. And when you put that in mayonnaise, you get QP mayonnaise, the famous Japanese mayonnaise that we all know and love. But you can add MSG to any other mayonnaise and make it great as well. Another tip for lemons, which I don't have, is to cut them in a manner in which you can go back and you can actually watch the clip that we did. But basically, you quarter them and then you cut them down the side on a bias to remove their seeds all in one swipe. Very easy. And it makes for a sort of like beautiful looking, aesthetically pleasing, but also seedless lemon. And also, third tip for bread is if you have stale bread, I use the microwave, but the best way to do it. So let's say you have bread that's been sitting out, it's a little hard, but it's homemade or it's not. Usually it works with more artisan loaves, right? Like a sourdough-y type thing, or even something like this. It also works with baguettes as well. Is you run it under the sink for like 2 seconds, like turn the sink on 1, 2 with your big loaf, 1, 2 under the water. And then you pop it in an oven at 350, 375 for like 5 minutes. And that water sort of seeps into the bread itself, re-moistens and rehydrates the inside, but also bakes off and makes the outside crusty again. So it kind of revives and awakens bread that is stale, that's been sitting on your counter collecting dust. It's a great way to sort of like try to pump life back into your dead loaf. But if it's really stale, you know, just make a panzanella salad with it or something. You don't need to do that.
Love it.
That's all I got.
Cool, man. I mean, we got a wop. Nice. Those are 3 of many tips that Adam has. Dude, it's really cool cooking with you because like usually it's just me watching or like you watching what I do, but as you go through these processes, it's like there's little things that you pick up from other people. So that's really cool for me. So
also just like, it's cool to actually like cook with you and stuff too, because we always talk about like this crazy world that we're in of like social media and trying to figure things out and, you know, build a business and figure out what it is we're doing here. And it's cool to actually like dig into the craft with you. So thanks for having me.
100%, man.
You know? Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, thanks again. Thank you, Sophia, for joining.
Thank you to all you guys watching. And if you haven't seen me, for putting up with my I'm dumb. So thanks for putting up with me. Also, Frankie, thank you too, dude, for working the cam.
You're welcome.
And
thanks,
Sophia, always amazing. Max, I have a crush on you. Yeah, cool.
Let's go. All right, guys.
Let's go.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate you all joining. Let's do this again soon. And
yeah, we will. Yo, look for us soon in the fall. We're gonna make some fall delectables. We'll do something cool. Comment below what you want us to make or something.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm thinking like some braised meats or like I don't know.
I
Dutch
love
oven type
braised
stuff.
meats. My favorite thing, and you're the meat guy, so
yeah. I feel like I have more to learn from you though, if I'm being completely honest. So I don't know.
To be honest, dude,
we'll figure something out.
We have a lot to learn from each other because I've seen your videos and like you, I would, you know, you can flex. So I'm excited.
Thanks, man. All right, cool. All right, we're gonna shut things down. Thank you all again for joining, and we will see you on the next one. Have a good night.
Peace, y'all. That's a wrap.
Bazinga.